So the first question I'm going to address is this is from Lee. She sent this email to me. It is always not advisable to replace existing insurance with a new one, but what if I discovered I've made a wrong decision and like to reconcile my insurance policy? So what's the catch so that we can correct the policy and minimize the cost and risk? So basically, when you talk about insurance policy, I always advise people not to lapse your policy when, especially when you have paid for quite some time, like 4 years, 5 years, or like 7 years, 10 years. So it is not advised to actually lapse your policy. So he said that, what if I discovered I made a wrong decision? So it depends on the situation, what kind of decision you have made that is wrong, that is considered wrong. I'm not sure what kind of situation is that. So I'm going to assume some scenario over here. So first, let's check more why I say that you shouldn't lapse your own policy. Why not lapse your own policy? So you can see that the first point is when you bought it. Let's say you have bought this policy for 5 years or 10 years. It was based on your younger age, so the premium is cheaper. It is definitely cheaper than what you are going to pay now if you are buying the same policy, exactly the same. So premium is cheaper, you just continue paying, but you still get the same benefit. But if you're going to get the same benefit by buying a new one, you're going to definitely pay more, unless you're going to change to some kind of other policies. But if you're talking about the same policy, the premium is definitely cheaper at the time when you buy it. And the second thing is the commission structure paid to the agent in life insurance by life insurance company. It was structured. Some company pay for the first 5 years, but normally the practice is the first 6 years. Agents is getting commission for the first 6 years. So it is why that your policy at the initial first to 6 years, first to 6 years, it doesn't have much cash value, and normally the break-even point, it will happen around 11 years or 13 years. If it is a whole life policy, participating policy, that means that got cash value in your policy. So for the first few years, most of the money, it goes to the commission. You see, insurance agent is paid upfront on the first 5 or 6 years, but they have to service you for the rest of their lives. So if let's say you terminate the policy at the 7 years, what it means, if you terminate your policy at 7 years, anyway, agent is okay because he's not getting any commission after that, right? But when you terminate it, then you are buying policy from other people, then your agent, your existing agent, he doesn't need to serve you anymore because no commission and your policy is lapsed. So it is all the good thing for the agent if you do that, right? It's not like doing any benefit to yourself. So, but in the case of Lee is saying that he realized that he made a wrong decision. Probably, what I can think of is, let's say you bought the wrong policy. Bought the wrong policy. For example, say you are buying example. You want to get a tax deduction for education. Let's say 3,000 every year. You can get a tax relief if you're buying an education policy, which is an endowment policy, the education policy. But education policy. But what the agent sold you whole life policy. Say. So the result is you can't claim tax. So you realize that it doesn't serve your purpose. You want to save money for your child's education, but the whole life policy for your child is just a protection plan. So this is obviously a very wrong decision. So you might want to switch your policy, then you can do that. So there are some way to do that. So you're asking, what is the catch, so that we can correct the policy and minimize the cost and risk involved. So there are some way to do that. So I can give you some suggestion. You can try this thing. How to rectify wrong policy purchase. Okay, so there are a few choices. The first is if your policy is within I think 15 days or something, 14 days, I couldn't remember, probably 14 days, they have a free look period. That means after you got your policy, it's not from the policy enforced date, it's from the date you receive your policy. Then they give you 14 days to actually read the policy, and then you can say that, you are not satisfied with the policy, you want to change policy, or you want to have a refund. Then in fact you can ask for a refund from insurance company. They will grant that. Okay, so sometimes this can happen a few months later because the policy is not delivered to you. So it depends on the paper, when you sign receive of policy, there's a statement where they let you sign. There's a letter. So for the first option is you can ask for refund if you're still eligible for that. The second is you can ask to change policy, but this is also depending on the insurance company's policies, whether they allow you to switch from one policy to the other. Normally this can be done during the first year probably, but if you're longer than that, it's quite hard. And the third one, of course, that is another way. If you don't want to you can lapse. Of course you can lapse, get back whatever cash value you want. The fourth option is you don't want it to lapse, you want it to continue, you can extend it without paying any premium. It is called the extended term assurance. That means you convert the policy to an extended term assurance, and you don't have to pay any more money, but the policy will reduce to a sum assured that is much lower because you're no longer paying premium. But they are going to extend it and make it a term, whole life policy. They change it into a term policy, so you still get protection for a limited time, let's say 5 years to 10 years or something. So these are some of the options you can look into. So Lee, you can definitely go look for these 4 suggestions I've given you. Okay, let's get to some question by the live attendee here. At my website, you'll find online financial seminars, which is I call webinars. I do it regularly, and also a lot of online investment and financial courses, which is conducted solely online. So I'll be waiting for you at my website at KCLau.com. I wish you have a great day. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.